There is a small village called Snowtown, which is located deep in the Rocky Mountains. There live children who love snowboarding. They go snowboarding every day. One day, as they are on their way to the course after school, they find a strange-looking thing where there used to be an empty lot.
What is this? This looks like UFO aliens are about to invade Snowtown.
That's right. What they saw in the empty lot was a silver UFO. A belt of light stretches down from the UFO, and a shadow of a small creature is descending.
Whoa! It's an alien!
Hi!
The voice that greets Slash and Jam is not of an alien. There is a small girl with big eyeglasses and a ponytail standing there smiling.
Huh? Linda?
Well, I guess you guys don't know anything, so I will tell you. Her name is Wendy Lane, and she is a renowned inventor. As a matter of fact, that UFO is one of her inventions.
I just moved here from New York. I love snowboarding just like you guys.
Welcome to Snowtown.
It's nice to meet you.
I will show you the rocket I invented. You can snowboard really fast with it.
That's great! Let's go up to the mountain.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun!
So they headed for the mountain together, looking forward to the fun they were going to have. However... With a suspicious voice appeared a boy with horns on his head, digging his way out of the ground.
I am Damien. I have come to conquer Snowtown.
The boy introduces himself, but there is no reaction from the kids. He looks around and finds nobody. All the kids have already gone far away.
Hey, wait everybody! I'm saying that I've come to conquer Snowtown! I'm very strong, you know!
No matter what he says, Slash and everybody are going farther and farther.
Hey! Wait everybody! I am saying that I have come to conquer Snowtown! I am very strong, you know! How dare you guys embarrass me like this? You won't get away with this!
Damien starts to go after them, but trips on a stone and falls. Slash and the other kids have gone so far that Damien doesn't see them anymore.
Hey! Wait! I said wait!
Damien's voice echoes through Snowtown in vain.
Snowboard Kids 2!
Hello and welcome to my next Let's Play, Snowboard Kids 2, one of my favorite games of all time, and up there with Majora's Mask as my favorite Nintendo 64 game. These are just the basic options for the game. They only affect stuff for the battle mode, which is the multiplayer function. I didn't show this off in the first game either, but yeah, the options menu only changes things for the multiplayer setting, not the first player. Here I actually decided to go through the training mode here, which I didn't go through in the first game because I wanted to use this in order to explain some of the differences between the first and second game. Like, in this version, in the training mode, you are forced to using Slash, who's kind of like the default, like, middle character, and you're racing against Coach, one of the new characters for this game, and yes, he is a penguin. And, just like in the first game, you collect little coins on each of the roads, and you need 100 gold in order to get any of the projectiles or the standard items from the red and blue boxes. Unlike the first game, however, if you don't have enough money, you will not, like, crash into the actual boxes. You'll just pass through them, you'll hear a little, like, buzzer going, "Burn," and you'll just keep going straight through. And also, when you go through it, it doesn't create a solid object on the playing field that you can run into or slow down your speed on, so I am very happy that they changed that for this sequel. There you see I did a whole bunch of grabs on the board in succession. You can only do one grab off a board when you're doing a trick in the first game, but you can hold it for as long as you want. And yes, if you are in the middle of a grab as you're landing on the ground, you will indeed crash. They got rid of the character-specific tricks in this game, replacing it instead with doing a continuous spin, where if you're able to, like, say, to keep rotating and pressing the A button in perfect timing, you can actually start spinning in different directions, one after the other. If you keep spinning in the same direction over and over again, the amount of money you'll get once you land eventually starts to decrease. But if you start to vary it up, like say which directions you spin into next, you will actually get more money that way. And returning from the first game is a little warning sign whenever an enemy projectile is about to hit you. However, in this game, the closer he gets to you, the little exclamation point starts to blink purple, which is very nice. And also a nice feature with that is that, see, I tried to show that off right there. I shot the snowman shot there, which can bounce off the walls. It's one of the only projectiles I can do that. And I jumped over it before my own shot could hit me. What was I just saying about the warning shot? Oh yeah, that's right. If an enemy projectile is coming towards you, if you do a basic jump and a grab, and if the shot hits you when you're in the middle of a grab, it will deflect the shot back the way it came from. It actually showed you off in the beginning, in the opening cutscene where Linda was shot / with a slapstick item, which has now been upgraded in this game. Actually, the slapstick now is golden colored, and instead of just like say, it does the same exact thing as the first game. However, it also knocks 300 gold loose from the opponent, depending on how much money they have. Like, if they only have 200 or 100, it'll only bring out 1 or 2 gold coins. See, that's doing a bunch of different tricks in succession, so that and a couple grabs gives you 580 gold, so it's a pretty good way in order to get money in this version of the game. Other changes are, you can now shoot bombs behind you if you hold back on the control stick and you choose to shoot... I got tongue-tied by seeing myself screw up that basic jump there, but yeah, bombs, you hold back on the control stick, you pull the Z trigger, and bombs will be launched straight behind you. You can also look straight behind you with the R shoulder button, which makes things like that a bit easier. So, bombs are the only projectiles that can do that, which is nice. Well, not nice, but it's nice that they can do that as comparison from the first game. But yeah, doing the actual training mode isn't too bad. You do everything the first lap says. Second lap, you just have to beat Coach to the, you just have to beat him to the finishing line. A new projectile is the Whirlwind, where that one can also bounce off the walls just like the Snowman can. However, if it hits an opponent, it tosses them up in the air, and it also makes them drop either an item or their projectile that they have on them, and it falls onto the course, and you can pick it up yourself. We are going to be playing as Slash, who is the default character, and I'm going to be playing it throughout this entirety of this video, and yeah, he's a good guy to start with. They changed the name of the boards in the second game from, like, say, all-around, freestyle, and, what was the last one? And Alpine board to basic descriptions. And here we meet the new character of the game. Holy crap, somebody play the music from The Omen. Somebody get Gregory Peck in here. And yes, Wendy's showing out this new item here, which is a speed rocket. Just like the fans, it's a speed power, however it's faster, but doesn't last as long. Oh, guy's gonna throw a bomb at them. Devil children need to work on their throwing arm, it seems. I always thought Tommy was trying to say, wait for me there. And there's skits like that at the beginning and ending of every race in the story mode. It's great. Ready? Later, nerds! So yeah, that's the actual way to get a boost start in this game. Rather than pressing up and A to do the jump at the right time, like you did in the first game, you press the B button right after Mr. Dog says go, and you get a rocket boost start. So yeah, it's a much better way to... It's a much more fun way to do it. It's a bit more easy and consistent to actually do. And there's me looking behind, and I'm going to be shooting a bomb backwards right here because of it. And just like in the first game, rocks are one of the most common drops items that you can get. And yeah, the bomb hit them because Slash laughed, and that your characters do that whenever they hit someone. I missed Wendy there, however, I don't know how it didn't home onto her. But yeah, rocks are the most commonly dropped, commonly gotten item, and it's perfectly fine to drop them in front of item boxes or in front of lifts in order to get your opponents to trip over them. Ghosts return in this game. They still cut your speed in half, and they last for about like 6 seconds or so before you're actually able to, before you shake them off. New to this game, however, is Triple Ghost, where pretty rare item, you usually get it when you're in 4th place, and it throws a ghost out on all 3 other opponents on the stage on there. You can get up to 3 ghosts attacking you at once, cutting you down to, there's like 50 to around 25, cutting you down to about 12.5% of what your normal top speed is. So yeah, Like, it doesn't happen too often, but you can sometimes get double ghosted somewhat frequently if you're in the lead a whole lot. Another new item is the wings, which gives you much higher jumps whenever you go off a ledge. I usually don't like to use them because you're slower, kind of like, say, traveling in the air, and you could just not direct yourselves too well. So I don't really like using them. And you also have triple rats. In the first game, the rat was a very rare item that allowed you to steal a bunch of money from other characters. However, this one, the regular rat returns. It takes all the money from the person who has the most amount of money currently, and the triple rat takes away money from everyone. And yes, since unlike the first game, this is a item that all the CPU characters can get, and they can use it against you. So yeah, you have to be careful of that. So doing tricks and picking up money is, in some ways, a bit more important in the second game because of that reason. I'm playing on the speedboard because, like, say, for the first course, this one's really simple. When I was doing a couple practice playthroughs of the first game, I was actually getting some fairly aggressive AI that had, like, quite a few lucky pickups from the projectile shot, and they had no hesitation shooting me with it. However, since they drastically decreased the level of AI power and the amount of rubber banding from the first game, thankfully, I tend to find that like the first couple courses on this game on normal mode are pretty much a cakewalk most of the time, unless you get an anomaly of like a time when the opponents just say, "Hey, I got an item here. I'm going to choose to start shooting you now." I only felt that during my test playthrough that only at the end of the third lap did anyone actually really try to do anything, and it did cost me first place a couple times, so, yeah, the AI tends to only really be difficult on normal mode when, like, say, during the last lap or in some of the later courses. First couple courses tend to be a cakewalk, which is why I'm not explaining too much of this. This opening stage, Sunny Mountain, nothing really too much to say about this one. It's pretty wide, it's open, and it's easy to navigate. That is a bigger difference about the second game. The courses are considerably wider, like, say, than the courses from the first game. It makes things like, say, the snowman, like, a little less useful in this one. It's a bit more difficult to actually hit them with the snowman, and also I think it lasts less time, and it doesn't really decrease their speed or anything, so snowman just generally don't tend to have the same effectiveness as I did in the first game, which is why they've been upgraded to the most common drop from projectile shots rather than the bombs, and bombs have had the exact opposite done to them. But yes, just like in the first game, your prize money plus how much money you have at the end, by the end of the race, that's how much you get. Seeing these cutscenes again just brings a smile to my face. This is a game that I used to play just all the time when I was a kid.
Hi, welcome to the Snow Town. There are various stores in the town. Go near one and press A button to enter. I'll take you around the town. This is the paint shop. Change the design of your board. Save money and please come to the store.
Yeah, unlike the first game, you actually have to pay in order to change the paint design on your boards, which kinda sucks.
This is Wendy's internet. Check for info through the computer. You'll find it useful.
This actually gives you bits of random tidbits of information, as well as a sound test, which is very nice in this game, unlike the first game.
This is the Snow Times office. You can work part-time here.
This is actually the shoot cross of this game.
Use this telephone to save and quit the game.
Yes, thankfully, unlike the first game, you do not need a controller pack in order to save the game. All the storage information is on the cartridge itself.
There's also the school. You could beat Slash and his friends here.
That's how you do your character select. You don't have to save and quit to change your character again.
Press the A button by the clock to play the speed cross. Can you get to school by 8:30? This is a board shop. Various boards are available here. Please come by anytime.
So this is where Mr. Dog's board shop is now, in this nice little town.
This is the Penguin House. This is where the trick game is.
So yeah, this is the trick cross game of this version.
You can enter the courses from the edges of town. That's the end of the tour. good luck in clearing all the courses. Bye-bye.
So yeah, when you're ready to actually progress with the story mode, you just go to the edge of the screen. I like how there's, you know, like a little bit of a sense of interactivity with your section here rather than basic menus that were from the first game. So this is what Wendy's Internet looks like. These are the basic channels on there. Yeah, get very minor information about the courses that, you know, Morgan unlocked when you actually play through the game, and the boards, and the characters. Very simple stuff. The rumor channel in the bottom right is basically just tips, and you lock more of those when you play through the different courses. And on the bottom left is the sound test, so which, you know, you can listen to any of the tracks in the game that you want as long as you've beaten the associated course that goes with it. So there are 3 unlockable characters in this game, actually, as opposed to the just 1 unlockable character from the first game. So yeah, this is Rumor Channel. It basically just gives you various tips, but you don't really need it because I'm here to tell you exactly what you need to do and how to win at this game. And for the rest of this video, I'm going to be showing off all 3 of the cross games here, because a bit of a difference from the actual first game. For the speed cross and the shoot cross, it's only on 1 stage, and it's the same stage both times. They're not on just the opening 3 stages, which, yeah, that does kind of suck. There's only 1 course you can actually try this on. Get wrecked, Linda. Well, you should know never to piss off a girl like that, Slash, but he does so anytime he gets a chance. Now, on the actual shoot cross, you're going to want a pretty slow board with really good turning, and you may even want a character with better turning because instead of shooting snowmen in this game, you have to shoot newspapers into mailboxes instead. And on this course called Snowboard Street, there are houses for each of all the characters that you play as, and they're all shaped like the characters too. Like, this is Slash's house. His house is shaped like his head. Come on. Now, you get a pretty decent amount of money when you actually clear all the courses, when you clear all the mailboxes in this one. However, you get the special unlockable if you do not miss a single shot. You are given 30 papers to shoot, and there are 20 mailboxes to shoot mailboxes into. And this big gate here, which is actually Linda's mansion, has 2 mailboxes to deliver newspapers into. I don't know why they need 2 of them, but whatever. This is always kind of a weird part of Snowboard Street to me. There's these tall mountains that have these rocket boost sides on them. I don't get it. Now, looking down there, there's actually a path right off to the right there that's kind of obscured by these trees, but you can just go ahead and go right through them. Apparently, Damien lives here. I thought he comes from, like, hell or something, but yeah, that's how you get the hidden, like, say, 20th mailbox. Otherwise, you would miss it, and yeah, you would never complete it. Up next is Nancy's house, which is now all yellow and pink hearts and everything, which is just like her. I used to find this one really tricky when I was a kid, but, you know, the more I practiced it, the easier it became. All you gotta do is, like, take it a bit slow and steady. Like, you can get pretty close to the mailbox before you shoot. And look, there's Jam's. Jam's house has a hat and, like, hair tuft just like it. Don't worry too much about the time here. Yes, you are on a time limit. However, if you do it normally, you could still have, like, 30 seconds left to spare. So time is not your enemy on here. Your accuracy with the control stick is. So you can even bonk into a couple walls to intentionally lower your speed, and you know it's not going to take any words. And but I mean, like, the time is not the big issue here because you're not really judged based on time at the end of the actual stage. So you get a clear bonus, you get a prize for how many you got right, and that's what it's based on, so you don't have to worry too much about the timer. And by actually getting a perfect on the shoot cross, you unlock the ability to play as Mr. Dog in the multiplayer mode, not in the story mode. He is the fastest character in the game. He's like Tommy, except a bit faster and slightly worse turning. But what I just did, yeah, that's the entirety of the snowboard cross. And you can even talk to some of the characters who are walking on foot in Snowboard Town. It's really nice. And yeah, Snowboard Street is the venue for the speed cross as well, so it's the same exact course on both times. And unfortunately, it's a little more limited than the speed and shoot crosses from the first game. I do wish there was more variety, but these are both still pretty fun. And remember, the premise for this one is that you are getting late to school and you have to zoom yourself all the way there. That was a tiny-ass bus. How are they all going to fit on that? Oh, come on, that's cheating. Aw. Aha. So you have a couple minutes in order to get there by 8:30. I'm pretty sure it doesn't run off actual real time, like... Or maybe it does. I'm not sure. However, in this speed cross here, there are numerous items littered on the track. There are, like say, the rocket boosts, there are fans, and there are also other items here that can actually be a detriment to you, because also on the course are things like ghosts and pans, and when you use them, since you're the only one currently actually on the course, they attack you. So you pick up a pan, you use it, it drops on you. You pick up a ghost and you use it, it affects you. So be very careful which item that you're using. And that's just a dick move right there, putting a pan right at the top of the part right there, which is really difficult to avoid. I'm surprised I actually cleared this. I almost always like clear over that, but yeah, you can still bonk into it. And I couldn't believe I actually missed that fan there. And of course, taking the shortcut through by Damien's house is a good way to save a couple extra seconds. Now, obviously on this one, you are timed, since time is the main goal of this section right here. And you are, of course, graded based on how much time is left before 8:30 when you actually run into the goal line. Up here, there's a selection of 5 different ones. Usually I'm okay with like taking a little bonk right here up against the wall, just so I can like slow down and reorient myself and use one of the power-ups. And yeah, I know it's down to like 1 minute left on here, but it's usually not too bad. And I had missed some of the other good power-ups right here, but yeah, they put the pans and ghosts there to throw you off at the very last second. But the last item on the course is a rocket, and that should get you there just fine. So that was there with like supposedly just 9 seconds left, and that helps you along the way. Your clear bonus isn't very good for this one. I don't really recommend doing this one for money. Just like the first game, however, I recommend doing the trick course for money, which I'm going to do right now. And that's Coach, and there he is wearing a summer hat. And it says do tricks to get 300 points in order to qualify, and that's how you win at this one right here. You don't need to get 2,000 points on this one like in the first game, you only need 300. And yes, Coach only speaks in gibberish because he is a penguin. Should have seen that coming. Yes, Coach is indeed has very much happy feet, though he doesn't like tap dancing, he just likes snowboarding instead. So you're playing on what's called the X course right here. It's a very short course, and it's the same one from the training mode. And there you can see your 2, like say, different rotations plus a couple grabs gets you 36 points. This is the easiest one, I think, to accomplish if you know how to do tricks. This one, all different jumps, do 2 tricks, and there you go. And do like a grab, 36 points. And you only need 300 in order to actually win this and get the unlockable for this match right here. I don't do anything off those little dark blue tufts right there, because while you can, it's too risky, so I just go ahead and sail through this. Well, yes, you are indeed on a time limit. It's not a thing to worry about. This is such a very short course, actually. I mean, you can play this in multiplayer mode, and I think the battle mode would just like say, like choose a match that you want to go through. So look, I'm already at 279 points by just doing these tricks. There, see, I've already beat it. It's simple as that. There's really nothing to the trick course in this time. However, the more points you get by the end of it, you get a drastically higher amount of money by the end. So this is the right way. This is the right way to go in order to get up all the money you want in order to buy all the boards in the game. See, there was 16 seconds left by just going normally, so it's a short course. You don't have anything to worry about in terms of a time limit unless you start crashing a lot. See, the clear bonus plus the prize of how much I got there, I got like, say, what, 22,000 gold? And from there, I'm able to just go and buy another board that I want. Because, yeah, that's really quite simple. Focusing on the balance board right now. Oh, that's right, the speed board level 3 is what's unlocked when you beat the speed cross. That's how you can actually get the 3rd speed board. And by beating the trick course at 300 points, we unlock Coach himself in the multiplayer mode, who is the opposite of Mr. Dog. He's the slowest character, but he has the best tricks in the game. I'm sure you can probably all guess that the last unlockable character is Damien. But yeah, I think this game is just filled with like charm and fun. This is one of my favorite games to play. I mean, this is just one of those games that just signifies childhood to me. I'm excited to play this game for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode when we go through the next 2 courses.